Yeah, g'day guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's the day we head west. So who's excited? This guy right here. So we've just got the van half ready to roll. Pen just quickly ducked down the street to do a few last minute shopping things. It's not like we're going remote, so we can get it on the road, but anyway, she had to go and do it. So I'm super excited. So this whole trip we've got planned is across to Western Australia, as you've probably seen on our socials. So we've got no real itinerary, I guess. So it's all going to be winged as we go along. So we're going to leave here today. Hopefully we'll get out somewhere near, around near Hay, I'm hoping. Maybe Renmark, somewhere in between there. There's a nice little free camp. We've stayed there before and I highly recommend. I can't remember what it's called at the moment, but I'll show you a bit in between here and there. So the next couple of days, we're probably going to be more driving. We're going to start our official trip when we get to Port Augusta, and then we're going to go south and then around through the Eyre Peninsula and check it all out before we cross into WA. So next couple of days are going to be sort of road, and then after that handbrake's coming on and the cans are coming out, and then we'll have a few more beers and we'll show you around. We're going to do most things. If it costs a bit of money, we're probably going to do it, because who's to say when I'm going to get back over that way again? Probably not for a while. So we're mostly going to try and free camp as much as we can and to save a little bit of money there. The fuel price at the moment is slowly coming down, which is good. So it would have been very hard if we went last year, and I'm sure there's a lot of people on the road that were last year that were copping the massive stupid fuel bills, prices, fuel gouging. Anyway, right, enough of me rambling, let's hit the road. Yeah, morning guys. So we ended up getting out to Hay in New South Wales, which is about 3 hours from where we headed off from. So we stayed last night at the site of the RSL club. So it's a nice big open area in here. There was another 3 or 4 other vans here with us last night. They've just left. There's also let me see that brickwork straight through there, those couple of windows. There's a shower and a toilet in there, so a proper shower and a proper toilet. So to stay here is a little donation. There's a little donation tin to the front gate here somewhere over there. I think Pen went and did it yesterday. $10. You can go into the bistro inside. It wasn't open last night, so last night was Monday night, so they mustn't be open Monday. So I'm guessing they're open every other night except Monday. And you can go in and have a few beers as well. So we're just getting all tied up today. We're just about to head off. So we'll cross over into South Australia at some point today. We've got no real idea where we're going to get to. Maybe sort of towards Burra, maybe around out that way. We'll try and find a bit of a free camp there somewhere and set up. And we're on the road earlier today. We'll pull up a bit earlier, let the kids out, have a bit of run around, kick the footy, do all sort of stuff. So if we find anything along the way, we'll certainly show you. But as I said yesterday, today's more another sort of a day drive. So there's not really much to see except bitumen and white dotted lines and trucks and cars. So let's get back on the road. So this is that Willows, or the campground I was telling you about yesterday. It's called the Willows Campground. So it's not really signposted. You've got a little blue sign over here. It's down a bit of a dirt track, and you go down there, from memory about a K, and then you turn off, and then we went another couple of Ks, and we went right up the back, and had drop toilets in there. I think it had barbecues. It wasn't too bad. It was a good little spot for an overnight or a couple of days. So it's about 25 Ks to the east of Renmark. So I've just pulled over for a toilet break. The kids had to go to the toilet, and now we're getting a heap of food because they're hungry, and we only left like an hour ago. So if you've got kids, you know what I'm talking about. So cool. Anyway, we'll jump back in, we'll get to Renmark, we'll get some petrol, move on to Mildura, and we'll unload our fruit, because we can't take fruit with us. So we'll go from there. Righto, so we just pulled up at Mildura for a bit of lunch. And what do we have for lunch, Ped?
Chicken, cheese and pickles.
And what else are we doing at the moment?
I'm going to eat the last of our fruit.
So there's a heap of watermelon, heaps of other fruit. Grapes. I didn't know I liked grapes until I started eating them about half an hour ago. Well, these aren't too bad. So I've been telling myself I hate them. So anyway, just going to throw all this in the bin up here. We just pulled up at a park. I'm not too sure what park this is. James King Park. So right on the river. The toilets up here. Playground for the kids. There's plenty of room to pull up here. Just seen a paddle boat go past. It was pretty cool. So other than that, pretty cool spot. It's just on the outskirts of the Mildura, so we've got to go through Mildura yet. Got a seal. A couple other caravans pulled up too, so not bad for a little spot for lunch. What do you got there, Ryan?
Got Easter egg. Got boxes of Easter eggs from our from one of our Auntie Kate.
What else is in there?
We got.
Looks like there's a red apple in there too. What's unbelievable? Did you get looked after?
Yeah, we got $30.
$30. Unbelievable. Did you say thank you?
Yes. And we can only open them at Easter time, when it's Easter Day.
But you're so keen you've got them out and you keep looking at them now, don't you? So you don't know what you do. Don't know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Righto, so we've just pulled up in Morgan in South Australia. So we crossed over the border a little while ago. Got into Renmark, got some fuel, and I had a moment where I'd forgotten to put the fuel cap back on. So. And we just drive along and we heard this bang and then crunch, and we went, what the hell was that? And then Pam's like, did you put that fuel cap on? I went, oh shit, no I didn't. So I had a bit of a blonde moment doing that one, I suppose you could say. So I went to Auto Pro in Renmark and got a new cap, $30. So, and I even thought to myself before we left on the trip that I bet you I'm going to take this fuel cap off and sit on the roof or sit on the side step, and I'm going to drive off without it, without putting it back on, and I bloody did. So pain in the ass. But anyway, we're at Morgan. We're just grabbing a bit of water from the water point. There's a dump point beyond there as well, and then we're going to head about 15 k's out the road to a little free camp, Ladle on the right, I think it was called. Pretty good reviews on Wikicamp. So once we get out there, I'll show you around a bit. Won't be too much to look at. I was hoping to be there a little bit earlier than what we are now. It's 12 past 5, so a little bit later than I wanted to. I wanted to be sort of pulled up by 4 today and just have a bit of a chill at afternoon, but that did not happen. So we'll fill up with water and we'll get out to the free camp and we'll set up. Yeah, alright guys, so we just pulled up at the free camp. We've been here a little while, just had a bit of tea, hooked everything all up. Just going to have a little fire now, so we've just pulled up about 15 k's out of Morgan. We've got a nice little secluded spot just in through here, so there's plenty of spots here for more vans. The main road's back over there. There's a few trucks, a bit of road noise at the moment, but I anticipate that'll drop right away once it gets a bit darker. So we're the only ones here tonight, so there's been some pretty good reviews. I'm just going for a bit of a walk just to see how well hidden we are. I think it'd be pretty hard to see us in there, I'd say, if we're driving past. So all in all, a pretty good spot. As I said, gonna have a fire going very soon. Kids have been harping about having a fire, so we better have a fire. It'll be our first fire for the trip. So I've just been going around and getting a few little sticks off the ground and a few little dead branches here and there. So won't be a massive fire. So we just pulled up at a roadside rest stop. We're just going to have some lunch. So this one is, I just looked at it and I've forgotten already. That's just like a goldfish memory. So 47 k's from Port Augusta. So plenty of road noise, as you can hear all the trucks from the car. Caravans, boats, other bits and pieces. So we've got the whole place to ourselves at the moment, which is pretty cool. Fish wraps for lunch, pulled up here. Just chucked the generator on. We've got the air fryer. We brought the air fryer, so we're going to use it a fair bit. And we also got the generator. So I'm going to use a generator. No point carrying around and not use it. So when we pull up like this, we'll just quick and convenient stuff. Instead of getting the bloody pan out, the oil heated all up in the gas cooker, throw it in the air fryer, 10 minutes, be done, into it, and we're back on the road. Yeah, so where we left this morning was a good overnight stay. So as I said, there was no road noise. Well, I didn't hear anything after I went to bed about 10 o'clock. And I didn't hear anything until probably about 6 o'clock this morning. So all in all, a good bloody camp there. Plenty of spots, as I said before. But today we're going to head through Port Augusta and then around to Whyalla. So hopefully we can find some camping spots there. We've been looking on, well, Pen's been looking on Wikicamp, so we should be able to find something either at Whyalla itself, or there's a port just before Whyalla. There's a fair few camp spots right on the beach or right on the side of the water there. So with a bit of luck, we can get into one of those, and we'll probably set up there for a couple of days and go and explore Whyalla itself. Then do a couple little day trips. And then we'll start nosing our way down through the Eyre Peninsula anyway. So yeah, right guys, so we've just pulled up at Rocky Beach. So it's at Point Lowie, so it's probably maybe a couple of k's to the north of the point itself. So you get this campground scattered all the way along Point Lowie. We came in, they're already taken. There's another couple already taken. So we finally come to Rocky Beach. So as you can see, I'm walking on the rocks. We've got a bloody ripper of a spot here. Pen was the navigator today, so top marks for Pen. She should come out and tell you all about it. But what I'll do now is I'll spin you around, and this is our view for this evening and then tomorrow morning.
Alright, let's take our...
How good is that? Beautiful. This is what I want to be doing the whole, not on the whole trip, but most of the trip. I want to be pulled up on the water, close to the water, somewhere where we can go have a bit of a swim and have a bit of a fish as well. And the kids should be pretty entertained. What do you reckon? Have you found anything of interest yet?
Yeah, we found little crabs in them.
Oh, so you've already found some shells of crabs, alright, eh? How's the water, alright?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's not that cold.
So you reckon you'd have a swim in it?
Yeah. Well, it's decent. It's like in the middle. 50-50.
Yeah, so out of 10, it's probably 5, you reckon, for a swim?
Probably not 5, probably like 7 or 6.
6 or 7, yeah, right.
80. You'd have to go look for it. Go look at it.
Righto, I might wander down there and have a put the toe in, and I might take a can down there too. How good's this? First night on the Eyre Peninsula, Port Lowie. Sun's just about to set. Had a couple of beers, what can you ask for? Just need a little fire going tonight, but a bit blowy, so I won't worry about that. But yeah, if you're in this area, seriously, I'd come and check this out. Pretty much got the place to ourselves. I'd put a few drone shots up. There's only a couple back over that way, but we're a good 500 metres away from each other, so bloody unreal spot. I'm going to be saying that all the time in the next couple of months, so you'll probably get sick of me saying it, but so far this is the best one. But tomorrow will probably be the better one, and the day after, and the day after that. So morning guys, just woke up this morning at Point Lowie. I kept calling it Port Lowie, so I've just had a read last one on Wikicamp. It's Point Lowie. So sun's just coming up over the hill, and I just got out of bed, so I thought I'd just show you around. Nice little sunrise, a little perfect sunrise this morning, but as I said yesterday, they're only going to get better and better as the trip goes on. I better duck in and have a cuppa. Alright, so we're just heading into Whyalla. We just finished up at Rocky Beach. So all in all a good night. So at the moment it's just starting to drizzle rain, and so it might be one of those days to buckle down. So we're gonna pop into Whyalla, possibly be 2 nights there. We're going to try and check out the RV park that's just down the road from Whyalla, I think, just south of it. So go and check it out. We'll get there early, it's just on 10 o'clock. We'll have a bit of a look around town, and then tomorrow I'll have a bit more look around town, and then who knows where we'll go after that. So we'll work it as we go along, but yeah, nothing's booked in. We're just going to just wing it as we go. And so we just put up the Whyalla jetty. And as soon as we got here, we could see dolphins in the water. So I just threw the drone up. I got a little bit of footage, but every time I'd get close to them, they'd dive under the water. So, but I spoke to a local. He said, so the boat ramp over here, he said every time there's a boat comes in from out at sea, obviously fishing boat, they'll come right up to the jetty over there, and he reckons the kids can actually touch them. So Ben and Ryan and Decker are going over the other side here, and they must have come up real close to them. So we're just wandering around there now. We actually haven't been out to the jetty itself, or the boardwalk, where they call that circle around jetty now. So we'll just check these dolphins out, hope I get some footage of them, and then we'll head around the other side.
Mom, he's all around. He is a million. I'm guessing that. This is a book.
What do you reckon, Decker?
Yeah, good. That pelican has a big snocky thing. Has a big
What about his big eyes?
Yeah, the big eyes. Are they bigger than our
You reckon he's watching you?
Yeah, because his eyes like clean that way.
He's trying to get some lunch.
That one.
Remember, you had a good experience with a pelican?
Yeah, I think I was at Bateman's Bay, down at the wharf.
And it chased you.
They all told me to get close and pat it. So I went in for the pat, and yeah, never go near one since.
Come for a walk out on the oval jetty. So you can actually fish off this sort of thing. There's a fishing chart back there, so looks like people have been catching a bit of squid up here. I don't know if you can see on the ground there. That one ink everywhere. But how cool was those dolphins? That was unbelievable. That was really cool. Day 1 or even day 2 on the Eyre Peninsula. And as I said before, I've seen people commenting and saying they've been waiting days for that, and we got that almost instantaneous. So that was so cool. Kids are excited. Ryan's over the moon. He keeps chasing them around the little marina there, so won't get him away. He'll want to come to camp down here now. Alright, so we've just come up onto Hammock Hill, and so you got the big quarry off to the back here, all the ships coming in, and we've just come across a little bit of military history. So they've installed 4 3.7-inch AA guns up here to protect the area back in as a 1942.
Move that other one. This way. Is that one? Yeah. What's this doing?
I wonder where that building is. You were looking at.
Good morning, guys. So we've just pulled up at the Whyalla Information Centre. We're going to do the HMAS Whyalla tour. So it's about a 45-minute tour, and it cost for a family was $38. So Looks pretty cool. So this is one of the first boats they built in Whyalla itself. So we're on the 11:30 tour, so we've got about half an hour. There's a museum in here itself. You can go and check it out. The ladies in the information centre that we come yesterday, perfect. They knew their bits and pieces, where to go, what to see and what to do. So yeah, really looking forward to going and checking it out. Just finished up at the museum and the HMAS Whyalla. Pretty good tour. Very bloke was very informative. So they've also got a museum in behind us here too. So some of the exhibits were closed or weren't operating at the moment. Don't know why. They're doing renovations, but you're still paying the $38 a year. But anyway, other than that, definitely worthwhile checking the ship out if you're into your navy or into your ships. Or your history, wartime history, definitely for you. All right, we just pulled up at the Whyalla Wetlands walking track. So this is situated on the old part of the aerodrome. And they commenced or built this in '93, and they constructed over over stages over a 5-year period. So I'm not sure the length of the track. So you can bring your dogs here. There's bits and pieces in there. You got old Jerry the Pelican, wherever he went to, he was floating around in here before. Ducks. You got Deckers.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we just went and had a feed of lunch at the Air Hotel. Very nice feed. So if you're in Whyalla, jump in and check them out. So we'll chuck a few pics up on our socials so you can have a bit of a look. But this is what we're doing after lunch, just to walk that off, ready for this afternoon.
Holy shit.